Welcome to the Yup Life podcast. More people are killed annually by donkeys than airplane crashes.
Ladies and gentlemen, thanks for tuning in to another episode of the Yup Life podcast.
What's up?
Did you ever consider like if dogs listen to our podcast?
I think so. We have one that follows us.
So when you say ladies and gentlemen, that's just a general.
Ladies and gentlemen, binary, non-binary, non-binary, Zers,
Zires,
Furries.
furries, everybody.
Anything with a heartbeat, thanks for tuning in. I think that's a fair statement.
Yeah.
Dude, zombies,
True. Zombies.
I mean, do they have a heartbeat?
vampires, the living dead. It's messed up, bro.
What's wrong with you? Inconsiderate.
Anything that has ears?
Well, how about we just get to the drinks?
Oh, God.
So today, Steven was the one to...
Why you gotta... What, no one says who got the beer unless it's my turn.
We're changing things around here.
Okay. I don't like that. There you go. Get the like koozie thingies.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
So, Steven, what are these?
I don't know. I just saw the box and it looked interesting to me. And it said, drink beer outside. And I agree with that. So I just got the box and it's cucumber sour, crush by 10 Barrel Brewing Co.
I don't know where that is. Never heard of them.
Yeah. So we will, does it say where it's from?
Beer with artificial cucumber flavor added.
I was hoping
why
it'd be
don't
really
you,
refreshing.
Pull it up.
Pull it up.
Jamie, pull it up. What? Brewed to appeal to any palate or virgins of the sour craze.
We had a sour beer, didn't we?
I thought so.
Oregon.
We're not virgins. I got my cherry pop.
Oregon.
With the sour beers, bro.
Jeez.
Jeez.
Oregon.
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 What happened if like the new thing is like doing podcasts with like people like you know how sitcoms they have a laugh track in the background? What if we start doing something like that? Change it up. Change the game up.
Since we're not really funny, we should like add a laugh track.
So people know like, oh, that was their joke. Like instead of like,
When I watch those sitcoms, that's all I can hear is a laugh track.
do you think about it?
Yeah.
I think about
It's
it too.
horrible. It ruins every sitcom like that.
Yeah.
Because they laugh or they play it when things aren't even funny. They say anything. It's like, my toe hurts. Ah! It's like,
That's
that
true.
wasn't what?
Okay.
Some people find pain
Cheers?
funny. Oh, cheers.
Dude, crisis
Yeah,
hotline number.
psycho-
Do you need it?
Psychopaths, bro.
I'm going to tell the truth here. I've tried this before.
And do you like it better this
I
time?
mean, it tastes like I just vaped a fat cloud of cucumber.
I love it, actually.
Do you?
I do.
It's not as sour as... I don't think... Can you call this a sour? It doesn't taste like a sour.
I think as long as these things right here get activated and a little bit more saliva comes
Your
out.
lymph nodes?
Is that what it is?
I don't know.
I don't know.
No, you're back.
Salivary glands?
The taste buds.
It's on your tongue.
It did make me salivate after
Yeah.
I drank it.
And I like it. I like that. Okay, Ruben, what is this episode about?
Oh wow, we're just skipping over the most important things.
Oh, what?
The yuppiest thing that you
Oh,
did.
true. Sorry, guys.
So who wants to go first?
I'll go first.
Okay. I'll go last.
Something new to my life. I tried out smoking for the first time.
Vaping?
Pack a day.
No.
I'm just kidding. No, I bought 2 racks of pork spare ribs. The big cut. It's like the tips and the ribs.
Mm-hmm.
So you have to butcher it up to make it look nice and fancy like the squared off ribs. And then you got the tip on the bottom. I smoked them in the smoker for about 3.5 hours.
Mm-hmm.
I inherited this smoker that's been in the family for decades. And it's a little piece of crap, but I tried it out. And I couldn't keep the temperature up high enough. But it's supposed to be like 250, and I only kept it like 200. So you cook them for like 6.5 hours. And they turned out like really great tasting, but it wasn't as tender as you want it to be.
Yeah.
Technically, like, if it's falling off the bone, it's overcooked.
Oh, really?
So you want it, yeah, like competitions, they want it to like stick to the bone, but still have all that flavor, but still like tender as it's falling off the bone.
That's tough.
But I didn't get it there. It wasn't as tender as I wanted it, but it's good. I'll let you guys try it.
So what you're saying, the end goal is to be in smoking contests.
Dude, he'll represent the Yup life. And
Dude.
Oh my! And then from there we'll be like
Renowned.
famous.
Oof.
We're gonna be switching the Yup Life podcast to the Rib Life podcast.
I'm down, man.
I don't know why.
Sounds so good.
I don't know why smoking meat is so fun, even though it takes so goddamn long
Does
and
it-
it's so much work.
Weren't you out there like every 30 minutes or something?
Yeah, like 20 or 30 minutes. Either putting more coals on, adding more wood, checking the
Jesus.
temperature, like spraying the meat with apple cider vinegar.
Mhm.
Basically, like baby it. You pretty
Well-
much like sit there and drink beer and watch the meat all day.
Yeah.
So I didn't drink beer, which I think that was my problem.
We'll be your guinea pigs if you want to try it out again.
Hey, speak for yourself.
You don't like smoked ribs?
I texted
I don't
know.
like to be a guinea pig. I want perfection.
I sent Ruben
okay.
Jeez.
I'm a stickler. I'm a stickler.
I mean, look at his past girlfriends.
Oh,
Ouch. Ouch.
that's a good one. Damn, dude.
I
That was
texted Ruben. I
that
was
was
like,
a low blow.
Go get the aloe vera.
hey, nobody's perfect. Right? Right.
Right.
I sent Ruben a text. I was like, hey, I'm smoking some ribs if you want to eat later. He comes home. I ate dinner, so I didn't have to eat your ribs.
Damn.
It's like, fine. Tell me how you really feel.
Dick.
I'll try them when they're perfected.
I'll be your guinea pig. So, Ruben, what's the heaviest thing you did?
I worked this weekend.
Oh, what? On a weekend, dude?
Yeah. What about you?
No, same.
I worked this weekend.
Yeah. It's been pretty rough. Is it my turn for the epic thing?
Yeah.
Oh, that was it? No elaboration? Like,
No.
I was there for 1 hour.
No. My weekend's been basic.
You went on a Sunday. That's God's day.
Oh, dude, Sunday?
Yeah.
Yeah, you
Sunday
don't
is
do
day
that,
of
bro.
rest.
There's no rest for the wicked. I don't know how that song goes.
Money don't grow on trees.
Yeah.
Is that how it goes?
Something.
There ain't no
Ain't no rest for the wicked.
money don't grow on trees.
What are you talking? Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
I got bills to pay.
Mouse to feed.
Ain't nothing in this life for free.
Dang.
DJ, spin that track.
The epic thing I did, my company had a company retreat. And
That's cool.
Yeah.
I mean, it sounds lame, but that sounds fun.
Yeah,
actually.
dude. Yeah. And they took us out to the swankiest hotel that I've ever been to.
Is that the one you took the Snapchat of?
Yes.
That was in the middle of the week.
Yeah, dude.
You went on a retreat.
Monday through
You just got to take
Wednesday.
work off.
It wasn't technically a retreat. It's like
Oh.
you go and you sit down and listen to the future of the company and blah blah blah.
Right.
And but dude, legit like the swankiest hotel. It was like the hotel, this thin golf strip, and then the ocean.
Nice.
And then they also let us do like some fun things. I did paddleboarding, all paid for. Dude, it was so legit.
How'd you do paddleboarding? Get up on your first try?
No.
You fell the first time?
Yeah. I felt hard, dude. Someone in front of me actually fell on their board though.
Oh.
Like he tried to fall off, you know? No, dude, someone like went straight back, just bam on the board.
Were they inflatable or were they
It was like the real ones.
Like the
yeah.
hard ones?
Yeah. But it was a lot of fun, man, and super appreciative if whoever at work is listening to it.
That's cool.
Yeah. Super dope. So that's the uppiest thing I did.
Speaking of feeling appreciated, I had my 10-year anniversary.
Dude, that's so crazy.
Technically, it was like Saturday. But
Yeah?
yeah.
Did they give you anything?
My boss sends an email to the company. He's like, we're having lunch in the conference room. We have something to celebrate. I was like, it's not my birthday yet. It's probably my anniversary.
Nice.
And so like everyone's in there. We're all like eating pizza and stuff. And like he does that announcement like,
Yeah.
I've been there for 10 years, yada, yada, my accomplishments, all that. They gave me $100 to Gordon Biersch and $100
nice.
to Main Event.
That's good,
And then
dude.
like a little like etched glass like clock.
Yeah.
Just put on my desk. It says like 10 years, my name, the date,
There you
the
go.
company. So
There's certain like milestones that they give you like a certain gift, right? Like a certain point to watch.
some people do. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what he told me. He's like, I'd get you a watch, but people have different tastes and like
True.
styles go out of style.
Yeah.
So
That's pretty dope, actually.
like, but like something like with your name on it and the years and stuff, like you'll
Yeah.
remember that kind of thing. So
That's super cool.
Congratulations.
I mean, it's not really 10 years because it's like part time and internships and stuff, but
Still at one
10
company?
years, yeah.
Yeah.
I think isn't the average like 3 or 4 years?
Yeah. Especially at our age, I think it's like 3.
Probably lower. Yeah.
Yeah.
It seems like a lot of everyone used to do like 5.7. Now it's like 3.2. And it's like it doesn't look bad on your resume anymore. People are
It's
like
normal.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's almost expected.
Well, the whole like pension thing doesn't exist anymore, so like being in a company for a long time doesn't really matter anymore.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, because everyone's got their own like
401k.
Yeah.
Even
just bounce it around.
I think even the military now is nixing the whole
No.
like 20-year thing.
Are you serious?
Yeah, my cousin that's in the Air Force was like saying that everyone coming in now, they pay into this retirement plan.
Wow.
So you don't just get to fully retire after 20 years.
That's crazy.
Don't quote me on it, but that's
Yeah.
what I heard.
It's a major thing. Like
Yeah.
a lot of people stay in just for kind of just to be
That-
set
yeah.
up. Yeah.
And government employees, I talk to people that work at like the state DOT here, and they are forced to pay 7 or 8% of their paycheck into I think it's like an annuity. It's some kind of forced retirement plan.
Holy.
And
so-
that used to not be a thing.
It used to be pensions after 20
Oh, yeah,
years.
okay.
So you could like retire after 20 years.
That's basically saying like 20 years, okay, you're done. You didn't put any money in, but you gave us your 20 years. Here's retirement money.
Right.
That you didn't, I wouldn't say you didn't contribute because you put time in, but
You didn't
it-
physically put money in it.
Yeah.
Right. So
That sucks. I wish I had a pension.
it's just not cost effective.
You know, there's a lot of things that are different now these days.
People are living too long too. Like you
Yeah.
give someone a pension when they're like 40 and they live till they're
true.
90.
Yeah, that's true.
Or it's like Social Security. People
Yeah.
are just living too long.
I'm going to live till 150, so.
Well, better stop drinking that beer.
Not true.
It's got cucumbers though. It's antioxidants, right?
It's like, it's my vegetables, right? Or fruit, whatever cucumber is.
I think it's a fruit.
Okay, sorry.
What's our real topic today?
Well, since we're talking about pensions and 401ks, our topic's not related to that. What we're going to be talking about is degree versus no degrees.
Yeah.
Kind of expanding on what we talked about with Eddie, or brushed on it a little bit.
I've been talking to different people with different backgrounds, and it kind of it's interesting. There's
Would you say there's
doing-
more people with degrees our age than not?
yes,
Or maybe like 50-50? From your personal experience of talking to people.
Okay. Personal experience? Yes. But I think I'm just in like weird circles to where there is.
Right.
So,
that
The
makes-
people you hang out with mostly have degrees.
yeah, and the people they hang out with usually have degrees.
Right.
I can say right now, like where I grew up from, probably like 10% of people I know.
Yeah, if I were to say like the amount of people from my high school that have a college degree, man, 30%.
30 is a good one.
I'm throwing a number out there, but what do you think? Around there?
maybe higher.
Yeah.
I think higher, but
It might.
not. I wouldn't say 50.
Right.
Okay. It's probably like national average, whatever that is.
Yeah.
So was it worth it for you guys?
Good question.
It's hard to say because you didn't know the other side of it. but-
Yeah.
Yeah.
For me, I think it was. So before, I felt like I was working just like what is it called when you have to sell stuff?
Sales?
Not sales.
Entry level? Commission?
Like almost
Commission-based?
commission based, kind of like
Sales.
retail.
Retail.
Oh, okay.
I felt like I was just like in retail and there was no moving up except for being like a manager at a retail store. And I knew I didn't want to do that, but I don't know. Just getting my degree made life a lot easier on me.
When you're doing retail, what was your manager's background?
Oh, they did not have a degree.
Did they just work their way up?
Yep.
Do you roughly, if you could remember or just roughly guess, how long did it take them to get into that position?
See, here's the thing. It didn't take them that long, right?
Mm-hmm.
They were usually like an outlier, like they were able to sell just a buttload and kind of move their way up, or I don't know. It definitely didn't take it. It maybe took them 4 years.
Okay.
Yeah, so maybe the exact same time as a college degree. But here's like another, I guess, devil advocates kind of a thing. It sounds good, but I remember how stressed out that person was, and I work majority. I want to say just like 2 retail jobs, let's say. Both of those. The very first one, I'm gonna just say Foot Locker. That person felt like she was stuck at that point and couldn't like move up. And then at Best Buy, right, there's a certain level you get and you're making really good money, but you work a shit ton.
When you're saying higher up, is that like, are you corporate-ish or not? You would
No,
say
you're still in the store.
Okay.
You're still in the store. You do have maybe some corporate meetings, but they make a lot, but we always saw a lot of turnover.
Mm.
So, and then once you do get turned over, it's a little rough to
Find it.
find.
You got to work your way up again, right?
Kind of, yeah.
Yeah.
Like you do have like some experience, but there's a paper behind your
So
name.
you're just jumping manager to manager, manager job.
Yeah.
Yeah, I never worked retail, so I can't say. I mean, I just hit my 10-year mark. I haven't worked anywhere else.
Very true, sir.
So 32.5% of the population 25 and older have a bachelor's degree or more. And this was in, I believe this was 2015, the census. And then 12% have an advanced degree.
Oh, okay.
So 30,
No, that makes sense.
33% have a bachelor's degree.
That sounds about right. I know a bunch of people who got like, I want to say associates.
At like a junior college?
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
And they just stopped.
Just stopped from there.
Yeah, associates is 42%.
Yeah.
So it's really the cost analysis. Do you get a degree in something that's going to make you more money? Or do you start working somewhere that makes you money now and you get that experience to work up to a manager position or what have you?
Oh man. I think that's the question.
The age-old question.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because, okay, so ASU in-state tuition was about 9 to 10 grand a year.
Back in 2009. Yeah.
That was us.
Which was almost 10 years ago.
Yeah. What's
True.
And now, I'll look it up,
Go
but
ahead.
so that's about $40,000 just in tuition over 4 years, which is it. You can make that in at least a year,
Right.
at a regular job.
I think that was the point. It's supposed to be less than whatever you make in your first year working. So technically, you could really pay it off within a year.
In-state is about 11,000 now,
yeah. I know
so it hasn't raised a whole lot, but
it's
bad.
still going up.
right.
Still going up.
But I think exponentially it's increased since like our generation, where before you could work a summer and pay your tuition.
Right. Cut some grasses.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
that doesn't exist anymore.
No.
I think the average coming out of school is like 30 or 40,000
Mm-hmm.
in debt, and like even like going to in-state schools is the cheapest option.
Yeah.
I mean, you go to places like, what was it we were looking at, Pomona, $69,000 a year.
Dude. What was the graduation rate though?
But yeah, it was like 92%.
92%.
So you get what you pay for.
Yeah.
I mean, you pay
That's so
to
crazy.
graduate basically.
Basically,
So
they
But-
better hold your hand.
Yeah. There's no way you can make 70 grand. Well,
I'm sure most of the people that go to this college have their college paid for by either grants, scholarships, or their family.
Yeah. It must be something, I guess, like a school that specializes in something a little bit more advanced.
One thing that I think is really undervalued is like trade, like welders or carpenters or electricians. I don't know a single person that has gone into trade, either school or like apprenticeship.
Yeah.
I don't know anyone my
That's
age.
so crazy.
Yeah. Do you?
I don't think so.
Which like they're great professions. They make you good money if you're good at it and you
Yeah.
work hard.
Yeah.
Probably make more than we would
Yeah.
at our age.
It's no
So
doubt.
sometimes I sit there and think like, man, like I really like working on my house, doing things like that.
Mm-hmm.
And to do a job that's actually applicable to that too. Like if I need to if I was like a handyman, like I could do anything around the house and I'm making a good portion of money doing it.
Yeah.
And I didn't miss out on 5 years of college to do it.
Right. I've legit thought about going and like taking like a class or taking something so I could become like a trade student and just have that knowledge, because it's just nice to have certain trade knowledge.
Yeah.
But dude, I've legit thought about becoming what is like the legal document person that like stamps?
A notary?
A notary. And opening up like a little notary thing.
Step into my office. It's
Yeah.
like your bedroom.
I've always anytime you need a notary, it's like it sucks trying to find
It's a
one.
pain in the ass.
Yeah.
Banks have them.
I
Banks
think a
aren't
lot
always
of them,
open.
Yeah, and I think a lot of them don't like do it anymore.
The bigger name banks don't do it anymore.
Yeah.
Credit unions do it.
Yeah, it
But-
sucks.
Anytime you sell a car or whatever, buy a car.
Yeah, dude. I'm gonna become a notary, guys.
I feel like that's probably something where you just like do it online and
I think
pay
you
a
do.
fee.
Yeah,
Can you notarize your own stuff?
I don't think
That's a good
so.
question.
So
But if I sell it to you,
I see.
you know what I mean?
But then we still had to get a notary the first time.
Nah, dude.
But a notary isn't a full-time job
I mean, it could be.
if you're popular.
Yeah. Yep, life notary.
Qualifications, application, and a fee. And then training if it's applicable.
Nah.
And an exam if it's applicable.
Probably like a 4-hour video training. I don't know.
Do's and don'ts. Don't lie.
I don't know if you guys answered the question. Was going to college worth it?
He said yes.
Yes. I could even elaborate more, but I
Go
don't
for it.
wanna-
No, we're-
Okay.
we got time.
All right. It also gave me an opportunity to land a high-paying job right out of college, or like pretty early in life, let's say.
I think that's the goal, right?
Yeah, and it completely switched around like how stressed out I was.
You think money was the root of your stress? Or being out of school
Maybe.
was the stress?
No, maybe no. I think money was a big stress for sure. And then all of a sudden, I did what I had to do. They gave me a piece of paper, and then someone wanted to pay me a lot more.
Did you kill someone? What do you
I mean, what?
did what you had to do?
I had to bribe a couple people, blackmail a couple others, whatever. But yeah, I think it was worth it. And no matter what happens at the end of the day, like I have a piece of paper now.
So you don't regret paying $40,000 to get a piece of paper?
Technically, I didn't pay $40,000.
Hypothetically.
Yes, I would have done it because
Right.
you could technically pay it off, even if you're like conservative, in 2 years.
Right.
Except I'm not that way.
And you like can't forget the cost of living while you're in school.
Yeah.
Most of the time you pay room and board
Mm-hmm.
or rent an apartment,
Yeah,
and that's like pretty much doubles your tuition.
that's true.
I think I was paying like 17 or 18,000 tuition and living costs.
Dang,
Not like food, but
Yeah.
just
you lived in a pretty good place though. Or
well,
decent place.
like just the dorms were
That much?
an extra 8,000 or 9,000.
Yeah.
Oh snap!
Yeah.
That's why I chose not to, and I slept on your couch.
Dude, that's one thing to talk about is like the college experience. I would recommend any person to live in the dorms, at least their first year of college, because you're thrown into this sea, and you don't know anybody,
Yeah.
and like living on a floor with a bunch of people in a crappy room on a shitty bed, you get to know people because there's like nothing else to do other than like hang out with people.
That is true.
Let me ask you this:
Yeah.
how many people on your floor do you still talk to?
One.
One,
Yeah. What about you?
a couple, because I still got the person that's getting married.
Right.
Our mutual friend.
Yeah.
I guess really that's mainly it.
Yeah.
That I talk on a regular basis.
Still now, yeah.
There's still some others that the two aerospace guys. One that you-
Occasionally.
yeah, and I think that might be.
I think that's a function of like people have different degrees, so you never see them in classes. So we lived in the dorms that were all engineering,
Mm-hmm.
but people on my floor were all sorts of engineering disciplines. Man, people that were civil on my floor was like far and few between.
Really?
Maybe like 2 or 3.
Yeah, you had a
lot of like bio,
Yeah, no,
a lot of biomedical people.
I feel like your floor was a shit ton of us.
Yeah, there was no. There was quite a also your old roommate. That's the one other person.
That's the only one I was talking about.
That one just popped up in my head.
That guy.
That guy. My floor was
It's funny, like the dichotomy between floors. Like Ruben's wing and floor was like a lot of partying,
Yeah.
and my floor was like straight edge people, like
Oh.
literally straight edge people, like wouldn't and never have drank or done anything.
That's so crazy.
or wouldn't do any wouldn't do anything.
Yeah,
I had something, but I was like,
Way to smile through that.
yeah.
it's just crazy. I mean, I know it's an engineering dorm, and you would
Yeah.
think that they're all pretty straight edge, but I definitely think that first year of college really made me grow as a person.
Yeah.
As lame as that sounds, because you come out of high school, you're just like a loser, you know, like.
Just called
You-
everybody graduating high school.
No, I
fucking
mean, like,
loser.
well, you're like a 16-year-old kid.
Yeah.
You don't know shit.
Yeah.
18.
Sorry, whatever. I was 17 actually, but
I was 17 too.
yeah, it's like you start doing everything on your own all of a sudden.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you move out of your parents' house. It's like trial by fire. Trial by fire.
I think that's a big one. You definitely grow up a lot
Fast.
fast.
Yeah.
And luckily, if you, have a good friend to lend you a couch too, you could stay there.
That's the thing is like, go ahead.
Our good friend that would go at random times to go help him fix his tire that blew out 5 or 6 times.
Just a couple.
Dead batteries, stolen car.
Who that guy is?
What a loser.
That guy sounds like a dick.
That
man.
guy's, that guy's still a loser.
He was a loser. Oh man. So, was it worth it for you, Ruben?
Yeah.
Dope. Joey.
On that note,
Again, it's kind of hard.
you know when
not-
people like inflect their voice, they're lying.
Ooh.
Like, do you like this beer? Yeah.
Yeah.
It's hard to say.
Explain.
I don't like. I say yes because it's given me great opportunities after I finish school, but at the same time, I don't know because I've seen other people around our age, and they went a different route, which, it's always good for them,
Mm-hmm.
and they're doing
Still
very
successful.
very, very well.
Yeah.
I'm not saying like I love that where I'm at, but it makes me think. That's all. It's just kind of like, I don't know because I haven't done that.
The grass could be greener.
Yeah, it could be, but
Yeah.
it's just like a thought in my back of my head.
Mm-hmm.
That's all.
I also think, like, I have lifelong friends because of this.
College.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe I would have other friends, but like you guys,
Yeah.
I
met
don't.
you at
No.
college.
So like you
Oh shit.
you get out of high school at 18. Where do you find new friends?
Exactly.
If you just start working?
Kickball.
I mean, I understand. Yeah, you can do like other things, but like college is like a really good place to find and meet people.
Oh yeah.
And how do I grow? I mean, I understand you grow, but like I don't know how I would have grown as fast or at all enough just going to work right out of high school.
Yeah.
Like I said, I was just like a stupid kid back then.
Yeah.
I think you would have grown regardless. I mean, you always grow, but the thing is, like, college was like what I see is college was like kind of preparing you.
For the real life?
Yeah,
For the real
preparing-
world?
Yeah, a little bit better. But
Okay.
then you can just be thrown out of the real world, and then you're gonna have to learn quick or just
find your way.
yeah.
You know what? One thing that like college prepared me for, talking to different races.
Like accents?
No, dude.
For the record, Steven is not. Or no. disclaimer,
Everything that I
disclaimer.
say is a direct correlation to our views as a Yep Life podcast. Just kidding. No, I grew up in an area. So did you guys, I guess. It was like 90% Hispanic.
I was a minority.
You were a minority.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's a true statement. Yeah.
Yeah. So when I went, dude, I know I've said this before, but when I went to college, I was like, oh shit, I'm super short compared to everybody else, and like,
Height?
yeah, I thought I was decently sized. So like, I was like, oh crap, and then just getting comfortable being I guess an actual minority, because where I grew up, I wasn't.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that
Interesting.
that really helped me out.
Joe, you said that it made you grow, right? That school did.
Mm-hmm.
What would be the one thing what's the one thing you would say that made you grow the most, or what's the one thing you probably took away? Or
I think it was a lot of trial and error. Like I found out things I didn't like. I found out people I didn't like. I found out hobbies I didn't like. There's just so many outlets.
oh, that's true.
In
You were
college?
you were doing quite a bit of different things, hobbies wise.
Yeah, I mean, like, go play basketball. Like, I played basketball as a kid, but I'd go play pick up basketball.
Mm-hmm.
We'd play a lot of racquetball in college. Racquetball is a really fun sport,
It is.
but why would I ever pick that up if I didn't go to college? They had 14 or 12 four-wall courts
That's a lot. Yeah.
in the resource or the recreation center.
So much fun.
Yeah.
I just remember this one time where Ruben tried to hit the ball and he hit the glass with the thing, and we were dying.
Was that the time you guys had a crowd? Or that was at the gym, right?
No, that was at
That's-
this gym. Yeah,
Yeah, we did have a crowd, and they just started laughing at me.
Right.
it's the best.
But so you were saying, yeah,
It's just, like I said, trial and error.
Trial,
There was
yeah.
a lot of people to meet, different, backgrounds, personalities, whatever. And then there's intramurals, there's clubs, there's places to eat and hang out, things to see and do. There's just so many options and outlets in college that you can try everything without being judged for any reason.
Yeah.
for the just for our listeners, right now, yes, us three, we do have all degrees and everything, and we want to touch back on this topic at a later time again with someone.
We definitely should.
Yeah, it's kind of one point of view, but we always want to see other points of view. So just a little FYI.
I really want to talk to someone that went into a trade of some sort,
That'd be nice.
like a craftsmanship or apprenticeship or what? I don't you call it?
I don't know either.
You know what I mean?
If any listeners are out there and you're in the trade, please message us.
Hit us up.
Let us know.
One thing that, man, again, it's going to be biased. Personally, I feel like I'd like to choose the easy path, or like something that's more comfortable. And college made me, in certain like classes, even like, hey, you have to give this presentation, you have to say certain things. It made me uncomfortable, and then I realized that I could thrive in uncomfortable situations.
That's a really good point. Like in high school, I kind of just flew under the radar. Yeah, I just hung out with people that I knew.
Yeah.
I didn't like socialize. I played one sport in high school, which was golf. But I played hockey a lot, which is all people already knew. So like when I got to college, I'm like, I'm really antisocial.
Right.
Like, would you even think that of me?
No.
So that put me into situations, like you said, where you have to be uncomfortable. And now, like, I don't ever feel uncomfortable about anything.
You don't.
Even like I'll speak my mind, bro. I'll talk to anyone. But yeah, I really changed in those 4 years of college.
Yeah.
Like for the better, I would say.
Yeah. Who knows?
I think, and just trying to be somewhat of a devil's advocate. I think
Do it.
someone without just because they didn't go get a degree, like them being the whole fact of them just being thrown out in the world, there's a lot already right there.
Here's another thing too, like at the ages of 18 and I guess 18 through 22, I think that's when you're supposed to graduate, you're going to grow up.
Right.
You know what I mean?
No matter what.
No matter what. You get to start drinking at 21. You're going to go through relationships. Like, you're gonna learn a bunch of shit no matter what. But that is correct, sir.
Steven, you're out of us two. You're the only person that did retail. I've have a little customer experience back in my day, just a little bit.
You did.
Just
Right.
very little, but you probably had a lot more.
Right.
Did that make you? How, if you're to look back, how did that affected you at all, or like? Did that make you grow at all?
Oh,
or
no,
anything?
no, it
'Cause
definitely did.
That was a time when you're going to school, but you still
Right.
weren't like.
Right.
Develops.
My balls haven't dropped yet. So just working retail made me comfortable talking to a bunch of different people as well. And it made me feel, so I guess retail, you have to sell things to a whole bunch of different people, right? And no matter where you work, all different kinds of people are going to walk in. Some are going to be like super well off, some poor, some ethnic, some not, tall, short, fat, skinny, whatever.
Yeah,
right?
every person.
And
Dumb, smart.
yeah, yeah. So you just got to figure out like how to talk to each kind of different person, and that definitely helped me grow up. But I also remember being with coworkers that I knew could do so much more, and I'm like, man, if you just had like something in your name, and it could be a college degree, you could be so much more. I saw people with so much potential, like at retail jobs, but they just couldn't get a break because they were so young, maybe, or they just didn't have. Maybe something happened in their life before, and they just stuck with like retail jobs.
Okay.
They were comfortable.
Maybe, and eventually they did make the way up, like somewhere. But yeah, I don't know. Retail definitely helps you grow.
Maybe they just didn't have someone to push them to do it.
Could be, yeah,
Which
And-
my parents said I had to go to college,
yeah.
like flat out.
Yeah. And I don't know. There's a certain path you could take too. Like if you go out of school and go to retail or do whatever, I feel like you're just trying to work your way up. But you get out of college, like there's a certain path. Like you go to college and then you go to your entry job. The entry job's already paying as much as a management position somewhere else.
Right. Either doing your time in the company or doing your time at the school.
Yeah. So
Were you guys forced to go to school?
Go ahead.
okay.
Or at least pressured?
Yeah, I definitely felt the pressure. Like, I think I put the pressure on myself because I know growing up, whenever I got good grades, I saw my parents happy.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, oh,
So indirectly.
indirectly almost. And they definitely told me like, you're gonna go to college, kind of a thing. But
Did your sister go to college?
she did. She attended a bunch of different colleges. She went to like a Long Beach. She was going to be a fashion designer at first.
Mm-hmm.
So she left to Long Beach, lasted there about a year. I think she came back and did some other stuff. But now she's going to be a principal. She might be a principal
Nice.
already. Yeah.
That's a good paying job.
Yeah.
That's
So,
awesome. In Arizona or California?
Arizona.
Wow.
Yeah. So, but I definitely felt the pressure, like even just growing up right away. And maybe because I did have an older sister that got like good grades, so I felt like I had to.
Mhm.
Like there was no other option.
What about like, well, go ahead. Did your parents
No,
have
go-
any?
Go ahead.
No, did you feel pressure to go to college?
Yeah, but I think it was a weird pressure. In a good way, and ish. My family, my parents, of course, wanted me to go to college, but they didn't seem too like you need to or anything. They just said you need to do something.
They're like, you're the middle child. Who are you?
Exactly. Every time I talk to them, they're like, wait, where'd you come from? So they just said you need something. That's all I said. For me, I feel like I had a little pressure. I did have a pressure. There's one teacher that Joey and I had.
I know him.
Yeah, you know.
We talked about him.
Yeah, we talked, and if it wasn't for him, he's the one that pushed me the most.
Oh, really?
Yeah. If it wasn't for him, I wouldn't be where I'm at.
But you could just be somewhere else.
I could be just somewhere else, but there was that pressure, and then also, I think he started kind of talking to me about it, and then all of a sudden I started thinking about like, I got like this like little. It's weird, but this like, I want to say the word heritage, but I don't think that's not it. That's not it. Heritage is not the right word.
Pride?
Think so ish, because for me, I was the first one out of my family, and when I talked like my brother and sister, well, my sister wasn't even old enough, but like my brother and I, yeah, my parents, they didn't go. All my aunts and uncles didn't go. So, wait, one did go. She went like later on, in her. I was gonna be like the first one
Of your generation.
Yeah. And it was out of I have 8 uncles and aunts. They all have kids. Their kids have kids, and out of all of them, only one person has a degree. We kind of, I don't know.
Like still to this day.
Now we got me and then my sister as well. But so a total of 3 now.
Mm-hmm.
That's not a lot for
a big
many
family.
people.
I mean, you've seen my family. It's a good size.
Right.
I don't know why, but the whole stigmatism it kind of did get to me. The whole Latino family that's just it does get it got to me a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's one of those things, because I was going to be like the general, I'm just another number.
Yuppie?
Yeah. Not even. But I don't know. It was
Fish
just,
in the sea kind of.
Yeah. So I think that's one of the things that
You want to break out, is what you're saying.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to get out. And again, my parents always supported me whatever I decided to do.
Mm-hmm.
Again, if it wasn't for that teacher, now professor, I wouldn't be. So I think I did have pressure, but also I created it in my head.
Mm-hmm.
That shouldn't be any reason. Like, I should have just been, I'm doing this for me, end of story.
Right.
And
Not to prove anybody.
Yeah.
Or prove anything to anybody.
At the end, like, I realized, like, okay, you know what, I proved it to myself, blah blah. But
Right.
during that time, I was like, I can't, like.
Then again, dude, like
Society pressure.
Yeah, just to let you know, you did put on like all that work in. You're the one who stayed up. You're the one who like did all the homeworks. I guess like you should feel good about it.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
There's a lot of sleepless nights in college.
There was a lot of sleepless nights.
I only had one all-nighter. One all-nighter.
Are you,
My entire career.
dude?
College
What?
career. Yep.
I barely slept. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Same.
dude, that's crazy.
I barely studied, so.
I really think there's like 2 different types of people when it comes to school.
College
Like,
isn't for everyone.
no.
Some people are cut out for it, some people aren't.
Yeah.
And you should know by the time you get out of high school.
Whether you want to go or not.
You should go or not.
don't know.
Some people shouldn't go to college,
Yeah.
like straight up. They're better at doing things with their hands instead of their brain.
Wait, say that one more time.
Some people aren't cut out for college.
No, before that, you think that
There's some people that are cut out for.
one more back.
Um,
Hold on.
You should know right out of high school.
Oh yeah, there you go. Yeah, you
Yeah.
should know. You think that's a statement?
I'll go back. I'll contradict you, but go ahead.
Go ahead. You go. I want to
Me
contradict
first?
that. Yeah.
Shit. Okay. I think they're 2 separate beasts, right? Like, how can I say this? It's almost like going from playing college ball to like the NFL. Like, you'll have like really good college ball players, and they just suck in the NFL.
Right.
And then you'll just have like, I don't know, mediocre college ball players, and then like great at the NFL. I think it's 2 different type of beasts. Like, I even know a bunch of people that had like amazing grades, and like they love studying and they love school in high school, got to college and
Just
hated
couldn't
it.
handle it.
Maybe not couldn't handle it. It just
Yeah.
they hated the way it was, and I think it might like the structure of it, maybe what they chose to study. I
Right.
don't know. Just
Right.
they just hated it and got the fuck out of there.
Yeah.
So
But if like you're not good at academia in high school, you're not motivated. Why is going to college going to motivate you all of a sudden or make you better at being a student?
Go back to what Steven said. Being uncomfortable. That's one of those. I know. I don't think like someone at that. I feel like someone at that age, they would know. Well, it depends on them. So,
yeah,
Dude, like if you hate school, why are you going to go to more school?
I know a couple people that like, so they hated high school because of all the classes that you have to take.
Yeah.
So it's like, why do I want to learn about?
Okay, so they like learning.
They like learning. They
Right.
just don't like what you have to learn in high school.
Right.
If that makes sense.
Yeah, oh yeah, for
Yeah,
sure.
yeah.
Well, like you have your electives, but there's very few that you can pick. Like
Yeah.
one a year.
Yeah.
Maybe.
If you're lucky, your senior year, maybe you get 2.
Yeah. And then like
like-
you pick like shop. Like we didn't even have shop
That's
class.
that's what I was gonna go. Is that you haven't experienced enough to know? Maybe I like that.
Right.
At such a
Well, that's supposed to be the idea of high school, is that you get to pick and choose things
Mm-hmm.
to see what you like. But there probably isn't enough variety
Yeah.
in high school.
and I don't know. We again, Joy and I, we went to the same high school. That it was such a new school that not all the programs were fully. I wouldn't say they're fully developed. Like we didn't have shop. We didn't have shop. Trying to think.
I mean, they had like typical theater, art, guitar, drafting.
You know what? I lied
But-
about trades. But
We were
keep
fortunate for
going.
that one. We were fortunate for that one.
CAD?
Yeah, that
Do you
that
guys
was one of
super
those.
were?
Go. Sorry, were you gonna say?
I know. I do know people that went into trades.
I felt gypped in high school.
Did he?
Yeah. Because I like learning and I like learning, but I couldn't learn enough in high school.
Yeah.
I was kind of like held down.
That's tough.
So
Yeah.
high school is
you're in a
way
tough
too
position.
easy.
It honestly was
And I didn't learn anything that was like, I don't know.
worthwhile.
I guess, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. There was those like extra like to go into trades where like they shipped you to Metro Tech. Did you guys have that? It's called like the
No.
magnet programs.
I've heard of the magnet programs, but
Have you heard of Skills USA or something?
No.
I think it's my. Go ahead. Sorry, I interrupt. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Oh.
I've heard of a similar program.
Okay. I was just gonna say I know people that went into trades.
see,
with
those
that.
things should be like well known. I don't know what
That
you
is
guys
true.
are talking about at all.
No.
No, I have no idea.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Oh. What they told me was, if you plan to go to college, don't do a trade thing.
Obviously.
Right. So you had the opportunity in my high school. They would ship you off, and you could become like a barber. I don't know why I just blanked. There's other trades, right?
Yeah. Carpenter, electrician,
Yeah, all that kind of stuff.
welder,
Welder would be a good one.
Welder would be a good one,
underwater welding,
Oh,
dude.
crane operator.
Probably.
They make a killing.
Yeah. We should all get our CWIs, but yeah,
Craning while intoxicated.
I think so.
What does that
I
stand
think that's
for?
what it is.
I don't know what you're talking about.
It's certified welding inspector.
Oh, okay.
well, technically,
I think so.
Technically, we're both certified
Technically.
Yeah,
Technically.
with the
with our license.
yeah,
Yeah.
dope guys.
That's why I don't know what it is. I already have it.
I thought you had to have a separate one.
I have no idea.
No, we're both.
No?
No, we're both
Dude,
certified.
I
Jelly.
didn't know that.
jelly.
But with our license, if we're not competent in that field, we should not be doing it.
Gotcha.
Technically.
Okay.
That's part
It's not
of
ethical.
Yeah, exactly.
I forgot where I was going with this trade thing, but yeah,
Sorry, I
I ended
didn't
up
mean
I ended up remembering
I
people
think
that did no trade.
In summary, the problem is high school doesn't prepare you enough to make a decision.
No.
But I think you should know that you're good at school or not at that point.
Okay.
I would disagree because I think I was the oddball. I was really bad at school.
But did you like school? Like, did you like learning? Did you like going to class?
I don't know. Yeah, some of it later on, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But
Yeah, like English class, like
yeah,
whoop de whoop.
English, no.
Like word processing. Oh, what? Riveting information there. Like,
I know.
I mean, some people don't know how to do that stuff, but the stuff you learn is like, what?
Okay, yeah,
Yeah,
you're right.
it's tough.
It's I do like learning, but it's only things like I want to learn about.
So that's the thing is that
You're one of
college,
Yeah, only,
college, you get to pick what you want to learn about.
as I got older, I realized I read a lot of technical documents, and I can't read books for shit. Like I just can't picture.
I don't think
anything.
any of us
Yep.
were left, right brain. Which one is it?
Is that why we can't read?
I can read.
Well, I think it's called. I think we're left.
I think it's the imaginary part of the brain that you.
Yeah.
But like,
I think our brain is just like lopsided.
Okay.
I'm just kidding. I
I
don't
could
know.
feel it. You can see it in my eyes.
Is that why you tip to?
I think so. That's why, like,
I thought that was the Rock.
it could be the rock. It's everything.
I was just gonna say though, I can't read anything, but when it comes to like concrete screw anchors, I'm all about that.
Reading about
them?
it?
Yeah, like I want to know how. Yeah, it's weird.
That's the nerdiest fetish I've ever heard.
I just want to make sure it works right. That's all.
That's funny.
Technical
Yeah.
documents.
Yeah, I guess I retract my statement. Not that you should know what you want to do when you get out of high school. That's totally false. No one knows what the hell they want to do. But you should know whether or not you enjoy academia.
I say try it.
Everybody? Like if you go to college and you go for a year or two, I would say you literally wasted your time.
Here's my thing. If you don't know what you want to do, go.
Yeah.
Because there's certain people that are like, I know what I want to do. I don't want to go to college.
Right.
Don't go.
Yeah.
But if you're like, fuck, I'm not too. Go ahead.
Well, college
Sorry.
lets you. This guy's like fidgeting.
Dude,
over
he's
here.
ready to say something.
College lets you figure out what you want to do. Like that's the variety.
Go ahead.
Well, okay, so now the other question is, Joey earlier was saying, regardless, if you're going to college, you say go to, go live in the dorms, go to university, whatnot.
Okay.
Now,
I would, if you can do it, yeah, I
Yeah.
recommend it.
Now, for someone that has no idea what they're doing, no idea,
Or underprivileged, or undermotivated, or
they know they like education, but they really have no idea. But
You're
also,
17 years old. You don't know.
they don't have a scholarship or anything. They just don't fit in that criteria within the universities. Would you tell them, and they don't, like I said, they don't know what program or anything. Would you tell them go to university or go to a community college where they can just
Good point.
take electives, which are significantly cheaper?
yes,
Way significantly cheaper,
Yeah.
and there's varying than going to university.
right.
That
For
was a
someone,
very good point.
yeah.
It's all about risk. I can't say that everyone should go to university because that's not good advice.
I don't think as a society we should have. I know it's like I don't think everyone should, and it's not for everyone. We're all made for different things.
That's what I was saying. Like, not everyone should go to college, but
I agree.
I think if you're really unsure, but you like the idea of it, yeah, go to like a junior college or community college.
Here's what I've heard, though. I've heard that like a community college is almost the exact same thing as a high school.
That's what I heard.
So like if you're unsure in high school, a lot of times you might not be sure once you go to like
The people I know that went to the 2 years of junior college were like, yeah, it was like being in high school for 2 more years.
Yeah, that's exactly what I've heard too.
Because you're probably still living at your parents' house.
More than, there's no dorms.
Not really.
I think there might be some.
Not at like not any of the Maricopa community colleges.
Oh, no?
I don't think so. But
Yeah, like there might be assisted living or something like that. I think I've heard something, but
I think I would have. I think me personally, if I went to a community college right after, I don't think I would have.
stuck with it.
Yeah, I think I would have been too young and not young.
Young, dumb, and broke.
Yeah, I think I would. But like I think I would have been like whatever. Like if it's a high school again, I'm like whatever. If it wasn't for the fact of the whole ASU thing, kind of and
The
like,
college experience.
and like people, college experience plus like other people that were. I was surrounded by people that actually were trying to actually finish. Like
yeah,
You were?
you.
No, I meant like on your like the people you lived with were not really
Shots
motivated.
at your floor.
Let's be honest.
Our mutual friend.
Yeah, they lived on your floor.
Yeah.
I mean, but did you hang out with him? And
Not till the end when I was like crunching time.
I didn't know he lived on your floor.
And
You know who you are.
our other mutual friend that is getting married this.
Right.
She, when it came down to it, she would put in work.
Mm-hmm.
he like just to add to that, right? I think there's a certain prestige that comes with going to university, to where you're like, you're around I don't know. I guess even if you go to like a community college, the professors hate it. I feel like.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And like
They're just doing it just for.
pretty much. And you go to university, there's a whole prestige around it.
It's that whole like play at your level thing.
Pretty much,
Like
I guess.
if you're playing at this level, you're gonna play up to it.
That is true.
If you're playing at this level, you're gonna play down to it.
Yep.
That's a good. Yeah.
Dude, that is a very good analogy.
Like to sports is what I'm saying.
Yep.
Like I'm sure you know what I'm talking about. If you've played with a really good team, you play the best
somehow
sport.
you're like super
yeah,
good.
you're really good. But
Yeah.
then when you play with a team that's really bad, it really drags you. Like you just play bad.
It's super weird how that happens.
I don't know how, but it's just the
People
way it is.
around you affect you.
Right.
Correct.
It
yeah.
is.
So that's, I guess, another plus for going to university, but
Right.
GCC community colleges.
You know, that is a good
Could
point.
go.
There was a lot of people that you know, just around us, like the TAs were always out doing stuff. Like all of our TAs, they were actually in their master's program, trying to, you know,
Yeah.
excel. All of our professors are researching.
Right.
They can't attend the office hours in time.
Yeah.
It's busy.
You get an hour once a week.
Yeah, but the whole realm in university, they're
Yeah.
rise.
And like, I feel like a community college is almost the exact opposite.
I
almost like-
wouldn't know.
From what I know someone very close to me that went to a community college, and they said it was like they felt like people were just there because one, they didn't know what to do, so they all hated it and just wanted to leave. And it's almost like people that they don't want to go into work and they don't want to do anything else, so they're spending just extra time at school.
I took right after high school. I took my English courses just to over the summer.
Knock it out.
Yeah, just to get it done.
That's awesome.
However, I remember it was an English course. It was like taking senior year of English all over again from high school, and the last thing was write a 10-page paper. Okay,
Dude.
okay, you know, get it done and whatever. One of the kids that was in the class, you know, he also was the same, trying to do the same thing, but he kind of like, you could see he didn't care.
Yeah.
He didn't pass. And he's like, yeah. I remember telling me, like, no, like, sorry, man. I don't know. I just remember he was like getting bad grades on papers. I was like, how are you getting bad grades? This is like, you just took this class. It's like, you know.
Yeah, it's tough, man.
So I was wondering how many people that go to community college actually go to a university.
Yeah.
73%
That's not bad.
of them actually transfer.
But hold on, what's that last sentence?
And then 42% complete a bachelor's degree.
Lower than the average. Right? The average is 52.
I thought it was 30. Oh, like of the school?
Yeah.
Our school was.
Oh, am I just thinking about like our school?
Yeah, ASU graduation
okay.
rate is 64.5%.
Okay. Yeah,
So
that's pretty high actually.
it is. But 32% of the population has a bachelor's degree.
Okay.
So we keep talking about this whole the college experience.
Mhm.
Like that's so cliche, right?
Yeah.
But it's not.
But it's not.
In speech it's cliche, but it's a real thing.
the other thing, though,
You sounded real nerdy right there, dude.
the other thing, though, according to my calculations, it's also, I mean, yeah, it's still up to you.
Dude, you can make your own way though.
It could be horrible or it could be great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because, again, majority of my floor either
Dropped
dorms
out.
dropped out, or no, and some of them did. Some of them did finish. They just switched programs. Nothing wrong with that.
Once, twice, 3 times, a lady.
Not bad.
Wait,
But yeah, it still comes up to you. Like,
Yeah.
it is what you make of it.
yeah.
Have you guys like seen any like social stigma, like even with people who are successful that don't have degrees? Or like, do you think people look down on other people that don't have degrees?
I've seen the other way.
No, I don't think so.
Where you admire somebody who doesn't?
Wait, no. Where people that have no degrees
Okay.
and they're doing very, very well,
Yeah.
and they'll be like, "Suck it" to the people
the
with
man?
degrees.
Oh, really?
yeah, yeah.
Okay.
I've seen that way.
So they're even cocky about it.
I
Yeah,
know, right?
yeah.
Dope. I've seen the opposite. I've seen people who are very, very successful and they feel less than just because they don't have that college degree. And I don't get it, right? Like, you're doing great. Maybe people wasted their life, let's say, right? Going to college and they don't make as much as you do.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe they're even struggling more than you are, but like they still feel less of a person. And I don't know why.
What's the national average, or maybe what's the average of people coming out of school yearly salary? I think it's in like the mid 40s or
Oh no, coming out of high school?
no, sorry, pardon me.
The
College.
average,
college.
I don't know. The average like household income just in general is like around 50 or 55K.
Yeah.
I think
That's household.
household.
that's household. Well, some of us like to live alone.
I think it really depends.
All right.
I think what you were saying really depends on like maturity level and age.
Okay.
People that are 40, 50 years old don't really care if you have a degree or not.
No one cares at that point.
Right. But like if you're in your early 20s, late teens, you're going to college, you look like a superstar.
Mm-hmm.
Which I hate that there is that stigma that college is some prestigious thing.
Mm-hmm.
And people that don't or aren't going to college feel like they're not as, well off or as like smart or whatever as you.
Yeah.
Do you think
Which-
it's a prestigious thing because of it costs money?
No, I don't think it's the cost. I think it's the everyone gets in debt to go to college, but I think it's the ability to succeed at it.
It's like a test, and you're passing this test, and the other people didn't even take the test.
Right.
Is what you're saying? Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
which I think it's stupid. Like everyone has their own way, their own path.
Yeah. Because like even I don't know.
Average salary out of college is about 50K.
I've heard it lower than that, but that
2017.
it's probably changed.
It really depends what degree you get, man. If you go to call me an asshole, if you go to college to get a history degree, what are you going to do with it?
That's tough.
To get an art degree?
Art degree.
If you're going to be a teacher, cool. Like I understand, but like I understand that you enjoy that and you like learning about it, but you have to be realistic and get a degree in something that's going to make you money because you just spent so much money to get that piece of paper.
Mm-hmm.
You pretty much just threw it all away because you're not going to make that money back.
Yeah. So why do you think that people, once they're successful, go back to school? Or
Just
like
to
even
learn.
when they're like,
Just learn more, man.
you think so?
I say this a lot, but college teaches you how to learn,
Okay.
critically think and learn.
Mm-hmm.
In my 4 years of undergrad, I learned 10% of things that are applicable to my job. 20%.
Okay.
So 4 years out of the 4 years, maybe like a few, like 6 months were worth it
Yeah.
to learn anything applicable to my job. But it taught me how to learn and critically think and grow like as a person.
So even when you're like the 99-year-old people that graduate from college finally,
Yeah.
they want to go back to learn.
I think so.
Yeah?
Like
Okay.
a new topic that you're interested in
Okay.
that you
I can see
can't
that.
learn otherwise.
I can see that.
There's only so much Googling you can do.
I was gonna say you do a lot of Googling. You do a lot of.
Do I?
Yeah, you do, don't you? You do a lot of
I
your
hope
own
you-
research.
I hope you have not seen my Google history.
I don't want to talk. We'll talk. Well, that's for another episode.
Okay.
But you do a lot of your own research.
Okay.
You love learning.
Is he talking to the right person?
I think we both do.
I'm just
I think
kidding,
we both
dude.
do.
Just messing with you.
I watch a lot of YouTube.
But like, you do like stuff like cutting hair,
That is
or
true.
like fitness, or
yeah, shit that I want to learn about.
yeah, right.
Yeah.
You don't like look at like engineering videos or like.
Nah. I wouldn't want to go to a 4-year school though.
Sometimes.
Do you?
To do one of those things.
Really?
Yeah.
Most of my YouTube and Googling is like fixing things because they're broken and I need to learn how to fix them.
Yeah. That's how you learn about like how to do car stuff.
Right.
Yeah. I I guess I would like to go to like UTI or whatever, but YouTube.
Right. YouTube degree.
Yeah. Where are you going with that?
No, you just like learning. That we're just going back to that. Like,
Yeah, I think it's
we all
it's a
do.
combo of liking learning and really learning how to learn in school, in college.
Okay. No, yeah, I think all three of us like to learn. We watch videos on stupid shit and
We,
We watch videos on stupid shit and we like to learn.
yeah, what doesn't make sense.
sorry. These crushes are starting to hit. I haven't ate dinner.
Do you guys remember those cost analysis? Back we took like the engineering business course,
Okay.
and you guys remember seeing those curves or those I don't know, not cash flow, but when it became worth it, when you actually pay off your school, not pay off your school, but when you, Joey,
Return on investment kind of.
There we go.
Yeah. Yeah, it was like obviously you make more money starting working right out of high school. But I think you don't like break even until like late 20s, early 30s
with education,
versus
Starting to work.
yeah, going right into a job.
because you can go like say if you go get like your commercial driver's license. I mean that doesn't take that long.
Right.
Go get that done. You can start making
60, 70K, what do they make?
right off the bat.
It's like
yeah.
you could get up to like 100K real quick.
Really?
Yeah. Here's damn. I feel like we've been very biased, but yeah, but man, just to add on to the biasism, I don't know if that's a word. I don't know if that's a word. But I've seen people that do that.
Doo-doo.
and
You said doo-doo.
They're making good money, but the difficulty of job is quite hard. So a person who gets a commercial driver license, let's say, and they're driving like, I don't know, let's say a semi-truck.
That's a horrible job. I'm not
Dude,
going to lie. It's a terrible job.
It's horrible. You don't sleep. You're like
Don't see
on the
your
road by
family?
yourself. Yeah. And it's a very manual, like labor job.
Is that because you're driving a manual transmission?
I think so.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank
Until
you.
they make those self-driving trucks.
Yeah, I know. Everybody's out of a job. And then you could very like, for me, like my example, you could be in a cube, you could be in an office. You're not working too crazy. You're working a 9 to 5.
Dude, that's pretty manual. It's hard on the back.
Yeah, right. And like you maybe some crunching some numbers, pushing some papers. I think 100K over here is different from 100K over there.
Taking some years off the back end of your life.
Yeah,
And you're back.
and you're back.
Yeah.
So, just wanted to add that on there.
I feel like one of the things, and man, I was trying to be devil's advocate, but I guess this is going to go against it.
It's hard not to.
So you are the
Yeah.
devil?
I know your sins. So when it comes to degree, it's that I don't know. It seems like with a degree you can advance in your career.
More options?
More options. While you go with a no degree, you kind of
There's a
not
cap. There's
necessarily,
a plateau.
but yeah, that can end really quick. That maybe it's just. It might be the only reason why I'm saying that is because the career we're in.
I mean,
there's a
like,
lot
think of it
movement.
like if you're a welder, how much welding or like high tech welding can you do before you hit the top? Or if you're an electrician, like how big of projects can you work on? There's always a cap.
Mm-hmm.
But like, I'll use our example, engineering. We start out as entry level engineers learning how to design things. Then you become project manager. Then you become, like a regional manager or like an office manager.
Mm-hmm.
And then you become like even bigger than that, like an associate or whatever.
Yeah.
And I guess a trade is like, it's when you're doing manual labor, there's only so much manual labor you can do.
Yeah.
I'm ignorant, but I think that's where you're going.
Until you until you become like the best and you want,
And then you become managing those people. I don't know.
then that's a switch of career. Almost a switch of career.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Where you plateau is a lot sooner than if you have like a.
Like, let's say, I know like this is a degree, but like a nurse.
Yeah.
Like a nurse is a nurse. You're always a nurse.
Yeah, they finish.
You could become like a head nurse, but you're still like always a nurse, right?
Yeah.
Like nurses start high, but they plateau
Correct.
unless you get more education
Yeah.
to be a PA or a doctor.
Yeah.
But I think that's where you're going is like,
Yeah, that's
I think it's just like certain fields have that plateau.
Yeah.
I guess it's up to you on how do you want to break that and continue on.
You know what's funny though? Like, I feel like a lot of people that I know that are successful that don't have degrees, I feel like if they would have went to college, it would have been the exact same like successfulness. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
Like it's a certain type of person that if you want to succeed, you want to move up, you're gonna do it. Other people get very comfortable, or they just don't want to do certain things.
It kind of comes back to what Joy said. Then, in a way, you kind of know yourself.
I don't think they know themselves.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, and a lot of people usually have a lot of self-doubt. But let's say, I don't know, one of us, for example, if they had a lot of self-doubt, usually the darker one out of the group. Just kidding. No, so if you have a lot of self-doubt, like...
I told you not to tell us
I'm
stuff on the
sorry.
air, man.
I know. If you have a lot of self-doubt... I forgot where I was going with this. I don't know. I don't know. You're going to be successful no matter what. It's usually your traits that you have if you're willing to work hard.
Yeah. Regardless, you're whatever you do, you have to put the time in, no matter
Correct.
what.
I know a certain person who like, dude, if I owned a business, I would hire them instantly. But they don't have a degree, and I would make them fucking manager of everybody.
They just have that skill.
They just have that skill.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I want to circle back to the whole social stigma of going to college.
Go ahead.
If you guys didn't go to college, would you feel like you were like less of a person?
I don't know. Again,
Obviously.
it's well, yeah. It's hard to
Like, would you feel like a loser if you didn't go to college? Like you were just another person in your family doing
Yeah.
the same thing over again.
I guess in that way, yeah.
Mhm.
On that side, because that was one of those big like pushing motivations on
Yeah.
that aspect. Would I come out of it at some point and like realize, whatever, and like I'm okay with whatever I'm doing?
Mhm.
I don't know
Right.
because I didn't go
Yeah.
do that.
You know what's funny? I remember being like in college and like maybe working at Best Buy or whatever. And certain people would ask me like, "Hey, what are you studying for?" And I'd be like, "Oh yeah, civil engineering." And their eyes would light up,
Right.
And that would make me happy. Do you know what I mean? So like, I felt like a winner then.
Mm.
Even just like trying to do that, I felt like I was succeeding almost,
Right.
and that made me have more like confidence.
Okay.
I guess. And it's not bad. Like, I don't know. If you tell people like, "Hey, I'm a civil engineer," usually people are like, "Holy shit."
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, especially just the average person, they're like, "Holy shit."
But it doesn't feel like that.
Imagine if you didn't have that though.
Right. I don't know. Like Ruben said, it's so hard to say
You
because
never
you're
know.
not. Yeah. Yeah.
Just never know.
I guess what I'm getting at is I think there is this stigma that is stupid.
It's stupid.
That
for sure.
everyone pressures you to go to school.
Yeah, pressure.
Family, friends. Like
Yeah.
everyone else went to college. Why aren't you going to college?
Yeah. I know immediately out of high school, I would have felt like a loser for sure.
Yeah.
I would have felt less than I don't know about like of a person,
Right.
just like successful than other people.
I think. Oh, then that's what's it kind of brings back to something else. It's like that whole. I don't know if I would fully develop this whole. Me personally, after going through school, it's like one of those like I can conquer anything type of deal thing.
Okay.
Because I had such a hard time with school. Me personally, I failed like 3-4 classes, and it's not from partying. I just was not that. I is not smart.
The drug
And,
addiction.
Like you're a hard worker, but sometimes you just don't catch on.
Yeah. It takes me like 20 times before it catches on to me. But it was like one of those things for me. It was like, oh wow, I can actually do whatever I want. And now it's kind of like ingrained in my head where life lesson, like it taught me like I can do literally whatever I want.
I can do anything. You can do better.
I don't know about better, but I can do it. If that makes sense.
Yeah, it does.
It does.
That's one thing it taught me.
I don't know. College was
But that's,
relatively easy for me, so
dude, I was sweating bullets.
You're an inspiration, bro.
No.
I have like the opposite problem. Like I felt like college was easy and work is pretty simple. And I'm like, why am I not doing more?
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know what to do about that.
Damn. That's pretty rough.
Like I enjoy what I'm doing,
Yeah.
but I question like, why am I not doing more?
Right.
And what more can I do without like
Find yourself.
looking at peers? It's like, yeah, like I'm doing well,
Yeah.
but I just need to find that extra step or something. I don't know. And college doesn't do that. I've already got two degrees,
Right.
so
Nerd.
I'm
Nerd.
getting my doctorate is not on the table.
This is.
I would. That's not for you.
I think this is like a whole nother episode topic.
I think so, and we definitely should talk about it.
What-
I have a lot of things to say.
Ooh, the Joey episode.
The
Joey episode.
Do you want to
Tune in next week for.
You want to interview me?
So tell me, when did it all start? Talk to me.
God,
Talk to
dude.
me.
I was 6 years old, playing with some Legos.
Oh,
You didn't have those Lincoln Logs?
I did.
Oh,
he was too advanced for those though.
No, dude, I had like the man, I forgot what they were called. It was like robotic stuff. They
I
were
know
like
exactly what you're talking
the
about.
plastic,
Yes.
like clear plastic. They had motors and like cogs and
I know exactly what you're talking about.
what the hell? I can't even think of it. I can't even explain it. Like each piece was like a sphere, and you connected them together.
And you could just make crazy shit out
Yeah.
of it. I know what you're talking about, man.
you also really love the Incredible Machine, the video game.
Oh, dude, I love that thing.
Yeah, we'll save that for another episode.
Okay.
So let's close this up.
Yeah.
Final thoughts, anyone?
Shout out to Yao Ming. He just got his college degree. I don't know if it's worth anything because he's a billionaire, baby.
We're still working on the soundboard, by the way. We just
There you
only
go.
have Joey's claps. So,
I feel like the Yao Ming thing is like he felt like he should have went to college, so he did it
Okay.
for his own personal gain.
now, do
Why?
you guys think he's gonna go and use it and get a job?
Useless,
No.
reason.
Yeah.
Totally
No.
useless. Or it's just one thing he wanted to learn.
Maybe.
Just
yeah,
to
like
learn.
you said. But I don't know.
Do you guys know Shaq has like, he's like, I think he might have a doctorate or something, or
Shaq's a smart guy.
yeah, he's, I think he's really big into education.
Really?
Yeah,
If I remember correctly.
like teaching education.
Okay.
Someone told me that he is requiring his kids to graduate school or something, like college, before he gives them any money.
Nice.
No, that's dope.
Yeah.
That makes sense. Have you heard that Jerry Seinfeld? So like he used to always have like badass cars, right? And he would pick up his kids from school and his kids would be like, "Dad, like you're embarrassing me. Like the other kids think we're like super rich." He's like, wait. I'm rich. He's like, "You're not rich." He's like, "You haven't heard shit."
That's like, that's like a typical dad joke right
I
there.
know.
Like,
That's pretty cool though.
yeah,
I had that problem when I went to that private school.
with kids,
No.
your kids.
When I was a kid. Like I was the poor kid because like my family was shelling out money for me to go, but they couldn't really afford it.
Yeah.
And I go to my friends' houses. It's like mansions, and they got like movie theaters in their houses, and it's like
dude.
no one ever comes to my house. And now I know why.
Oh man.
So you had to come down to reality and hang out with me. What's up?
This was
Come over for tacos and burritos.
this was BR before Ruben.
Oh god. Is that how you measure time?
Ruben-
Just VR.
Ruben and Ruben's family cultured me.
That's funny.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah. With that, so Steven, you say what? Let's just leave it. Your final decision.
Degree versus no degree.
Yeah.
Don't say it depends. I'll punch you.
So give my actual thought.
Yeah. Final words.
Okay. Oh, fuck. It's almost a depend thing. I'd say if you can, like if you honestly can get a degree, I understand if you can't. but just stay motivated.
Everyone can. There is no can or can't. Ruben did it. Look at him.
No, like I don't know. Either way, fucking just kill whatever you're doing. Here's my
Kill your day job.
kill your day job. No matter what the fuck you do, kill your goddamn day
Sounds
job.
familiar.
All right, whatever. Maybe I said it 3 or 4 times.
You did.
Maybe this is the 6th.
I'm gonna have to say
They're really go ahead.
it depends.
Yeah. There is no definite degree or no degree. No. That's not an option.
Know yourself.
Yeah. Don't
I like that.
cave to the pressures of society or family.
Yeah.
Make your own decision.
Yeah.
You know yourself better than anyone does. Look back on your experiences from high school and say, should I go to college? Should I not? And even at an adult in your 20s, 30s, 40s, do you need to go back to college? Are you pretty well off in your career already? I know some people that are, I just told Ruben this, but one of my like coworkers in the industry, he's going back to school to get his doctorate in geotechnical engineering because most of the really good geotech engineers have a doctorate. Yeah, just because they've studied that field even more. But he's in his like early 40s, maybe mid 40s. It's going to take him a long time to finish that. So
Also,
do your own evaluation.
yeah, it's never too late if you also want to do it, I guess.
It's difficult.
difficult.
The older you are.
Yeah, oh yeah.
That's for sure.
Life happens.
Yeah.
Life happens.
Pro tip, if you want to pay off your college degree or pay off your college tuition, stay broke. Don't fucking start splurging.
Yeah,
It's hard to go back.
Live like a college student.
Yeah.
Out of college.
And then pay that shit off. Because I started balling out. It's hard to go back.
I'm still really irritated at how expensive college is. How expensive it's gotten.
Yeah.
I think it's just going to keep going until someone, or not someone, I don't know.
Yeah.
It's just, for right now, it seems like it's just going to keep going up because, I don't know.
We should stop paying these football coaches that much.
More than the president.
Yeah.
Of
God
the,
damn it.
Of the university.
Yeah. Sorry.
But what makes more money?
True. Yeah, they don't pay these college athletes though, don't they?
Nope. Nope. Till next time.
All right, guys.
With that, before we head out, for our listeners, if you guys know anyone that would be interested to be on the show that doesn't have a degree, that has a trade, we would love to have you on here. We just want to get your opinion. We're very open. We want to hear every side as possible. Also, always spread the word about us. Follow us on. Oh, well, we have that covered. Yeah. The last
it's in the outro.
And the outro. And one more thing I had to say.
Leave comments.
Yes, leave comments. And if you guys have a topic you guys want us to talk about, let us know.
Yeah, I know people listening. I can see the stats. You can respond to this stuff.
Yeah.
We know you have an idea.
Talk shit.
Yeah.
Say something.
And with that, Steven,
we out.
Thanks for tuning in to the Yup Life.
If you enjoyed it, leave us a rating and a review on iTunes, or just follow us at the Yup Life Podcast.
We're on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, iTunes, and Google Play Music.
Stay yuppie.